fishing?
Hey guys, Mercedes Mike here in Marietta, Georgia, just outside of Atlanta. There is a Jeep in front of me. You may or may not be able to see. We're going to do some off-roading. That's Addie and Tom that I'm staying with. Addie and I were friends in high school eons ago, and yeah, they offered to put me up for a few days and fooling around the Atlanta area. So they've got some spots to go. I think there's a good chance it's going to be a little hairy. Probably going to have to pull me out a time or 5, but he has the capability to do that. So we're going to have a little fun today. It's going to be a little embarrassing because my stupid low range isn't working. I might crawl under this before we get off the road and tinker with the motor and make sure the cable's connected and, you know, all the things that you do to try to make an exterior electronic thing to work. But if I don't have low range, my capability will be severely, you know, reduced, but it'll still be a good time. Yeah, super productive day yesterday and this past weekend. I mean, gosh, I went from Louisiana to Arkansas to Mississippi to Missouri, and then to Illinois, then to Indiana, then to Kentucky, then to Tennessee, then to Alabama, and then to Georgia in 2 days. Just driving. Did a lot of gambling, picked up a lot of trash. I mean, you know, it was nice to put some miles behind me, especially after sitting in Leesville, Louisiana for so long. But again, not upset about that. Just in the scope of this trip, it was a long time. So, I mean, it theoretically could have been halfway up the East Coast. But that's okay. Again, not upset. It was a good time. It was good visiting. And yeah, onward. So we are almost to where we're going to start off-roading. Sign back there said Black Mountain. I think that's the name of the place we're going. I did stop at a gas station about 25 minutes ago and gave my my low-range solenoid some tapping with a hammer. You know, the age-old trick. Low range doesn't even try to engage, just quick flashing light. Okay, so I may have something electrical wrong, and it may be that the solenoid is legit failed. I don't know. I haven't done any other troubleshooting. Probably tomorrow when the car's cooled down, I'll rip the solenoid off there and see what it looks like. You know, sometimes you can just tell, and sometimes it just needs to be banged around. I mean, maybe there's a wire that's split. Who knows? We'll figure it out. All right, so this is our point. Oh, this looks like fun already. Awesome. Not having low range sucks in this situation, but oh well. It's definitely out there. Yeah, it took us about an hour and a half to get here to the beginning. From Marietta, where he lives, where they live. Yeah, the articulation ability of that Jeep far surpasses this silly thing. But I know part of the fun of the gambler is taking cars that really don't belong in these situations out on these situations. So, you know, there's a bunch of oil pan rocks out here. All right, so Grandma's Taurus wouldn't be this far, probably. Unless it was a Gambler Taurus. What's he doing? He's trying to make a decision. Oh, well, that's not a road.
You might want to attempt that. I usually go over that every time. And then you can turn right and it comes back out. And then there's another off.
Go up there.
Go up.
Go
Might be
back.
fun. I can go first, so that would be bad.
If I get stuck, you can just pull me out. It's not a big deal. See, I wouldn't do this if it was me by myself. But I'm about to do this. Let me give you, yeah, right now. Let me give you my phone.
You want me to go the other side and film you?
Film me from wherever you want. All right. This is malarkey here. I'm probably going to get stuck, but I'm going to try it.
You made that look easy.
Totally bottomed out.
Did you?
Yeah, oh yeah. Did you hear that?
Shit.
That was fun. And you know, bottomed out, but so what? Ah, the articulation on that thing is cool. I think if I was a serious off-roader, I'd probably go for something like that. Like a Rubicon or, you know, one of those highfalutin, all the options, lockers, all that stuff. Probably 35s. You know, I'd probably be like half of them. Wouldn't be smug like some of those guys, but to me it's interesting to pull up on a group of Jeep guys that just went down a hard trail, pull up on them in this thing, and they're looking at you like, what? That's happened a few times actually. Alright guys, no low range, stupid mud hole. This is a bad decision. Just is. This is full gambler, guys. Yep, that was interesting. Kind of anticlimactic. Whatever, it happened.
That was crazier.
All right. Cool. We got some external video of that as well. Yep, alternator's still charging. Scary. There's another oil pan punisher right there. Right there. Uh-oh. Yeah, my alternator quit. Just like I thought. Yep. All right, so we were off-roading. And as usual, when you take a Mercedes ML through the mud, the alternator quits. So, I'm gonna hand this to Addie. And we're gonna fool around with the gambler's secret. Or an off-road secret. Yeah, that's really touching it. I'm gonna need about 20 more of those. Trying to get some pressure on it. And I got a lot out. You see it coming out the front, up in here. It's just mud. Oh yeah, maybe. Charged for a second and it quit, and then I revved it up. Sometimes that helps.
Any luck, Reno?
No luck. It's definitely not charging.
Why don't you go ahead of us and then?
I don't know my way.
Because well, it comes to a T, and you have to make a left or right.
So I'm just gonna
flatter.
skedaddle.
It's an actual road. It's just
Right.
gravel.
I'm gonna skedaddle down there.
And you're gonna make a right,
I'm gonna take a right,
and then we'll just meet you when we meet you.
and then yeah, if I can get all the way to the pavement, I will.
We'll
See
come.
where I break down. Because it will start coughing and choking and stupid.
Yeah.
Because it's trying to run 16 spark plugs and, you know, 27 computers or whatever it is. Well, boys and girls, I'm sure you heard the plans, but I am just going to hightail it down this road and turn right Turn everything off I can. And see how far I make it. Look at that. 13.1. 13.2. So I'm charging. So this is what I did at OSO. Between the water and revving it to 6 grand would get it to run. Problem is if I stop and idle, then I'm charging 13.2. I have no signal. I don't know why I'm looking at Facebook. Well, I guess I'll pick up some trash while I'm waiting. Well, oh yeah, 13, still charging. Maybe hot dogging this so far from home isn't a great idea. Or maybe it is a great idea. I'm sure it's making for interesting videos. Well, I hope you're enjoying my silly escapades. Completely unnecessarily breaking my car repeatedly. Sometimes accidentally, sometimes, well, sometimes I deserve it. Yeah, you can see me. Okay guys, Mercedes Mike. Car's broken again. Killed an alternator. We're gonna change it. My friends are going to help me. Addie is going to hold the camera. And Tom is going to make fun of me while I change this alternator. And he might even help. Yes, I'm being silly. Here you go. Yeah, I did this Saturday night. 2 nights ago. I did the same job. Have I learned my lesson? No. Commence to breaking things. Ow. This is hot. There she is.
Baby alternator.
Baby.
It's like you just gave birth to it.
Oh. I thought you were saying it was small. You were giving me a bit of a complex.
Yeah.
This one is way too shiny to be putting on this car, but...
Yeah, she's pretty. So what made you buy 2?
I always keep a spare because of this.
But you knew that this was going to be an issue? Ongoing?
Well, because I've off-roaded in water before and I've toasted an alternator, had to be towed home, only to have an alternator sitting at home. It's not that much space. Super easy to change. Just made sense.
So this would be a common problem on all regular vehicles that are off-roading?
Yeah, and if the alternator is mounted low like this.
Right.
Like on your Jeep, it's mounted clear in the top in the middle. Like if you get mud on that, you deserve it.
Moment of truth?
Pretty close. I gotta hook the battery up, but other than that, get the tools off. I really appreciate the help, guys. And your patience with my silly hobby. You guys are awesome. Hey!
It's charging?
14 volts.
Sweet. Where's that?
It's on the other side. There's in the cigarette lighter port. It tells you amps and then volts. It cycles. Well, that's 2 alternators in 3 days. I think there's a lesson learned there. I mean, 13.3, everything running. It's a working alternator at least. It was 14.0 when I first started it, probably because it was charging the battery from being slightly depleted. But yeah, it's back up and running. That was not as hard with help, for sure. And these guys are super gracious. Thanks for your help and patience, guys, whenever you're watching this. But yeah, now I gotta go get another alternator. Gotta tap on my dash to make all my lights work. It's a gambler. I need to tear that apart and clean those contacts. Yeah, it's like 1:30 in the morning. It's going to be another night without enough sleep. But I mean, I think at the end it was worth it. I think I had a lot of fun. I think Tom had a lot of fun. I'm hoping he goes to a gambler. He's got the car for it. I mean, even if I give him a little harassment, I gave him a little token of my appreciation. He's got a gambler, an OG gambler hat now. So, I mean, you know, showing up to a gambler in a Jeep might get you a little bit of flack, but maybe with that hat, they'll, you know, maybe you guys will go easy on him. He's a really good guy. Anyway, like I said earlier, I hope you guys are enjoying, and let me know what's up in the comments. Tell me what I did wrong. Tell me what I did right. Just tell me stuff. Talk to me. It's good to hear people. It's appreciated. So yeah, with that, I'll stop. You know, paradise by the dome light. It's not quite the dashboard light, but I'm also not Meatloaf, although I'm beginning to resemble him. Yeah. Thanks again. See you on the road.